What's my idea of a free gift?
10% off.
Yeah.
And so during the demo, the girl questions Jennifer, well, where's my free gift? And Jennifer's like, it's 10% off. And the girl didn't like that. And so
So what did I hand her?
she handed her a toy.
A silver bullet.
Yeah.
That's $15 that I picked up for my spanked box because I decided that she needed orgasms in her life in order to be happier.
Yep.
So, and she was happy with it, right?
Yes.
And then she went ahead and she paid full price for what?
Lingerie.
For Fearless.
Yep.
So instead of paying 10% off of her Fearless, she wanted a toy that has 2 settings because it was free. And it's a silver bullet, which is $15, instead of getting something off of the product that she knew she wanted anyway. So we sometimes have to accept that people's brains aren't wired the way that ours are. Like, to me, I'd rather get 10% off of something that I want than something that I choose for you to want, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why I do it that way, because who am I to just hand you something that might not work for you? And that's the way I've always done it. But at times, you're going to have that. So it's good to have, the cheapy bullets in your spank box so that you can go, there you go. Enjoy your orgasms.
So what do you do if you give them the free gift that you gave them doesn't work?
What did you give them? What would you have given them that didn't work?
Well, like, just say the silver bullet. Like if it just didn't turn on, or like it was literally broken.
Oh, I really. Well, at that point, I would
like, it's a free gift.
I would say it was a free gift. Yes.
How am I supposed to replace free?
Exactly. But the chances of that would be just
I'll give you
God
10%
laughing at
off
you.
what I originally ordered you. How about that one?
Exactly.
Should have taken it the first time.
Uh-huh.
You get door 1 or door 2, and that's it.
Exactly. Like, it was free. I can tell you, I have never ever had anybody tell me that a product didn't work that they got for free in my spank box.
I've had someone complain that one of the stuff that I gave them was loud, and they were in a dorm room and they didn't want loud, and I was like, well, that's what I told you. Philip is not a quiet lover. So,
But you warned them.
I did. Mm-hmm. And now I refuse. I was just like, if y'all want Philip, go on the website. Like, I refuse.
He's loud. And he's $19.
Yeah.
So, when people tell me that...
$150, you can get them out of my box.
Exactly. Another thing that I tell them, too, sometimes is, Joe, I'm going to be real honest with you. What kind of orgasm do you want? A mediocre one? Or an awe-inspiring one?
Awe-inspiring.
Okay, so we're going to go with Home Alone. It's $79 plus tax and shipping. How does that sound? It's going to make your clitoris sing, and it has 30 different speeds.
Promise?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's an actual thing that actually happened with a girl in a dorm room in Orlando. And she looks at me and she goes, "Is that a trick question?" No. What kind of orgasm do you want? In all honesty, what kind of orgasm do you want? And she's like, I'll inspire it. I was like, Home Alone. I have it in stock, $79, and we'll go from there. And you can tell me how it was. And I saw her at a party like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, "It's the most amazing thing that I ever have bought. It brought me to tears. I can use it in the bubble bath. Can I tell you how many bubble baths I take? Like, this is amazing. And it's quiet, so nobody ever knows
I
what
would
I'm
look
using
at her
it."
thing and be like, well, you didn't buy no bubble bath.
And Joe just and Esperanza just ended up upselling. So
I'd be like, those bubble baths, you're not just hurting your toy, you're hurting yourself.
because beach ballads, so good. Exactly. Okay, so she just listened to what I said, right? And she also took it to the next level.
And
So-
on sale now.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Splash and bubble bath are on sale right now.
I will tell you right here, right now, I'm the mean one. Like, I am.
Oh yeah, not a lot of people know Esperanza.
I am very blunt. If you tell me, oh, I don't need lube. What?
Do you hate your vagina?
Exactly. I'm
That's
just
what
like,
she'll tell you.
I was like, well, I'm glad that I have my own vagina then.
She's so mean.
I am, and it works for me. Saturday.
So tell us about your party. And how much it
Saturday.
actually was, because she shorted herself.
I shorted myself. I lost money in my bag somewhere. But it was 23-ish. $100, and they were literally, well, how y'all looking at me now is exactly how my party happened. Nobody wanted to play party. Nobody wanted to play nothing. They didn't want to taste nothing. They didn't want to touch nothing. They were just there blinking. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to just pack up, and I'm going to just go to Vegas, and...
Which is our room.
Yes. And they helped me bring my case in, and the two girls, they were partners, and they were like, can we order now? Yeah.
Why the heck not?
I was thinking the worst. I was like, yeah, it's probably they're on a bottle of coochie. They ended up together because they were a couple. I don't let couples go. I only let couples go into the ordering room. They were a couple, and they ended up spending $700.
Oh, I see.
And I think the least that someone spent that night was $300.
And how much did it total out to be?
Like 23-ish, if not a little bit over.
2,300.
And nobody hassled me about shipping either. They all understood. Yeah.
It's really hard to stand in front of a group of people and get nothing back. Because I always say that each and every one of my parties is different because I feed off of the energy, right? Same thing with my meetings, okay? Sometimes I'm silly, sometimes I'm serious, you never know what you're gonna get with me, let's be honest. Okay, and I've had people who have gone to 7 parties straight, okay? Hi, all. Who have gone to 7 parties straight and told me that every single one of my parties is different because I feed off the energy. You've been to so many parties of mine, and you can...
2 years of stalking.
Yeah, 2 years of stalking. She went to a mystery hostess party of mine. That's why this is a prime example of never think that a lead is dead, okay? Because I have a lot of people who do decide to join after a year and a half. She's been a loyal client of mine for a very, very long time. She has sent me business, too, okay? She'll tag me and be like, this is the person you need to see, okay? And it was a mystery hostess party, and she stands up, she stops her foot, and she goes, you don't believe that I'm going to join one day. You remember that?
Yeah.
You don't believe. She's like, and she's like, I am gathering all this product, which is unopened, for my demo one day, and I'm going to be a consultant. I'm going to rock it out. Yeah. So, and here she is.
I have a lot of demo products that I paid full price for. Well, not full price, because a lot of the mystery hostesses, and I hosted my own, so I got Jennifer's discount on her when people host parties. So.
But yeah, for 2 years. But it makes me laugh because everyone's like, no, I just never think that she's going to join. And I was like, you never think that. Because it always comes back around. They're watching, okay? Which is why we keep Facebook positive, right? And things like that, because you never know who's watching you.
I messed up a couple times.
Now she messages me.
Yeah.
Whatever status she's thinking about posting.
And then I know when it's been a little bit since I've had since I became hangry. Because she'd be like, what? Oh, okay. Never mind, I get it.
Because she'll send me something and I'm like, is this to me or is this an anonymous post? How pissed off is this bronze at me right now? Because it'll be like vitriol. It'll be like the most meanest thing that you ever did read. And you're like, oh, this was going to be a status. I'm very proud of you. Let's talk. You need a phone call. So that's what she does with me, is she literally does post me. Alright, so we want to build trust during a presentation, right? Because I always talk about dolphin sex, ladies, during our party, okay? Does everybody here know what dolphin sex is? No. It sounds awful though, right? It sounds absolutely terrifying.
I feel bad for the dolphins.
Alright, so
Dolphin rape is a real thing, people. It sounds crazy, but
It is crazy.
Really violent when you said
I mean,
she's like, it's a real thing, guys. We have to protect the dolphins.
yes, no, the dolphins are the ones that do it to people.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a whole huge thing
Yeah.
on it, okay? Just totally Google it. It's horrible.
That's when you don't want the pheromones.
Those poor people, yes. Their penises are like pointy glass, basically.
That's why cats scream too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what we did.
I
don't know what happened.
So many squirrels. Good lord. What's that about? Okay, squirrels. Sorry. Okay, so my dolphin presentation if they haven't.
Yes.
Okay.
Curious.
Alright, so I always use my hostess typically, or somebody that I know really, really well. It's usually Ashley at parties, or it's at meetings. It's usually little Miss Crystal. It's somebody, right? So I choose the person that I'm kind of comfortable with, and I go from there. Even if I walk into a room and I know nobody, because I get a lot of referrals too, I usually typically use my hostess. Okay, and Joe's usually my hostess. I don't know why. My fake hostess. So.
Always at your left.
Huh?
Because she's always on your
So
right.
on my right, yeah. So the person to my left or my right typically is like my guinea pig. Just so you know at part meetings. You're usually the one that's going to get picked on. Laura picked a perfect spot.
It's a lot of work for me, but
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, dolphin sex is the following. Okay, we do not yuck on other people's yum. The reason why, ladies, is because that leads to dolphin sex. They're like horrified. They're like, what is dolphin sex? I go, okay, so if Joe wants to hear more about anal sex, however, Jessica is going to go ahead and yuck on her yum, right? She's going to get super embarrassed and she's not going to ask me the correct questions, all right? So what ends up happening is that Joe has dolphin sex. It's as horrifying as you think it would be, okay? Because dolphin sex is when it goes in the wrong hole, ladies, and you go, okay? Like, dolphin sex is a real thing and it's horrible, okay? It's happened to many women, okay? And poor Joe does not deserve dolphin sex, okay? Therefore, we are going to be nice to her and we are going to completely hear my anal demo fully out before we yuck on the yum. Sound good? That keeps me from having people who are like, oh, like great head, right? There are people who always are like, Jen, I don't swallow, or I won't do that, or I've never owned a toy, or toys are gross, and things like that, because that kills the mood of your party, right? So by saying way early in the game, we don't yuck on other people's yum, they know that if that's not something that they like, it's perfectly fine. There, mom is the word, okay? You're gonna bite that tongue so hard that, you know, you cut it in half, because they always booties on that. But the point is that we want to make sure that it's a comfortable environment. And I've had people who work together be talking about yucking on the yum the rest of the week. Like, you become like the wife at work. People start talking about you, and that's how you get referrals as well. I've been told that's the best part of my party. They're like,
I think that's how
best
they.
thing
I think
ever.
it's a hashtag now.
What? Don't yuck in the yum?
Yeah. Don't yuck my yum.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen that
It should be.
on one of my events actually. I gotta look at it.
But they know. They
Yeah.
know that they are not going to yuck on the yum. Okay? So that's how you're able to talk about anal sex. That's the way that you're able to talk about things that might make people a little bit squirrely. Heather Pillow gets around it by saying if you are sitting here and something that I talk about doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, then you're doing it wrong. Because we have to make sure that you feel a little bit uncomfortable. If one of the products that you go home with isn't a little bit out of your comfort zone, then we need to talk. Because that's what pure romance is about, right? By stepping out of your comfort zone so that you also grow as a person as well as with your significant other if you have one, okay? And people are like, and that's how and you also know the whole Star Trainer, she went, right then, you know, and that's what she does. So either way, either approach works, okay? So people come back to you because you've increased their pleasure or decreased their pain, okay? So this, right? So like people come to you as friends, right? And say, you know what, sex really used to hurt and now it doesn't, and you have changed my life. Or, you know, you've increased, you know, I've had multiple orgasms now because you're just so amazing and I yell your name during sex, whatever it might be, okay? I was trying
Never
to
had that one, but okay.
Okay,
Now I'm gonna go for gold.
I was like, just had that, but I haven't. No, I'm kidding. So this is going to allow them to come back to you, okay? And like I always say also, I'm going to be your lifelong consultant. I hope that's okay with you. And they're like, well, okay, you know? So that's something that I say at parties as well. And it's okay to admit something that you don't know, okay? Because sometimes people are like, is this gluten-free? I'm like, find out for you. Because there are certain things that you're not sure. Also, the other thing is like when you're talking about things that we don't have, you want to make sure that you're checking the the allergen list because something might have slipped in that we don't know about when they change the product or something. So you want to be sure that you know that. Bedroom accessory key points, okay? So clitoral toys, okay? They can be used on a number of external hotspots for you and your partner. They're great for clitoral stimulation, which 80% of women need in order to be able to have an orgasm. There are 8,000 nerve endings in your clitoris, which is one of the reasons why so many women need to have clitoral stimulation, okay? I say that at parties, and someone like Jess is like, gives me the look. Like I need to lock my bedroom door or something, because how do you know my life, okay? And I will literally have people stare at me and go, how do you know my life? I don't understand. How do you understand this? And I was like, because it happens so often with women. So bullets are great for a first-time user, and they're a great way to introduce new things to the bedroom. Why? It's not phallic looking. It's not scary looking. It's something that you can use with a partner. Now, bullets are also not very expensive in the catalog, right? So one of the things that I upgrade people to is either a Jaguar or a Premier, okay? Because they are higher end toys and they're more likely to also make you happier, right? Because in fact, the Premier is not look like a bullet, it doesn't look like a toy, right? Fits on your finger and you can vibe and drive, just saying. I don't recommend it though. So it's one of those things that people are like, you can vibe and drive. Oh, you just explained so many things, right? Or, you know.
I can already see it headline. Vibing and driving. Not texting and driving.
That should be a hashtag.
Vibe and drive.
Vibe and drive. Okay, so those are things that, you know, open up communication in the bedroom. They are not to be inserted into the vagina. I cannot tell you how many people go, I can put that in my vagina, right? No, because it's not going to hit anything vital, right? It's not going to stimulate anything that you really want it to. Okay, so
argue that it can be inserted anally.
No, because your anus is a vacuum and you're going to eat it and you'll never find it again.
It's got a string. It's okay. No.
It never will come out. And a lot of them now are no.
Yeah.
No. And sometimes you want to go no and just continue to shake your head.
No. She's like, I do it all the time, but no. Well, I have something specifically for that. That's not for that. She's like, but I like that shape more.
We have fun diggity. You'll like it better.
Oh, no. She liked... No, there was no talking her out of it.
If she liked that shape, I would have recommended the vibrating pleasure beads because they're
I did. I have them in my demo.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't like those. And I'm like... She wanted... tease me, please me, basically.
No.
Yeah.
You get nothing.
Right? At that point, I would step up and be like, no.
I was like, I don't have it in stock. Close my bag. I'm like, nope, don't have that one. Choose something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she did the right thing as a consultant, and she did not let her go home with something that would have ended up with her in the ER.
No.
That's bad news.
And
okay.
it's like sending her to the ER.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that's that TLC show where people were like, oh, I don't want to end up like that.
Yeah.
I get that so many times, and I'm like, if you listen,
I want to get a
you will not
bag
end
that
up
says
there.
that don't end up in the ER.
Listen to Esperanza Torres.
Listen to me. Listen to me, Linda.
Okay, so that vaginal. Okay, it's great to know what toys are meant for what, because the fact that so many women are going to come into order and go, so Joe, this is the first time that I thought of toy, and I don't really know what I want. Help. Like, and they will literally walk in and go, I think I want something for my clitoris. Do you have something for that? Like they walk in like that, and you're like, yes, I can help you. Yes, let's do the hallelujah. I can totally help you with that. You know, and those are the cases where it makes you really excited too, because she's like stepping through a door, right, of something that she has never used before. So, something like a dual action toy might be too much for somebody that has never used a toy before, which is why we're going through this. A vaginal toy is great for women who do not like clitoral stimulation. There are women who tell me, I don't like it like that. I can't orgasm like that. They're part of the 20%. So when I say 80% of women, they go, is it weird that I'm part of the 20% that don't? I'm like, I just know where you fall now and I can help you now. you know? So the first part of your vagina is 1 to 3 inches, which contains 70% of your nerve endings, okay? So when I go ahead and I say it's not always about size, and people say, but size is nice, and I go, well, so is girth, okay? So let's talk about that. And vaginal vibrators with ridges or texture will target that area. Things like no filter, things like solo style, okay? Those have the ridges on it. Not Thunder Vibe, we don't have the other one. Shockwave also has the ridges on it as well, which also would work as well.
Also on sale right now.
Also on sale right now.
It's getting revamped, right?
Yes. A lot of things are getting revamped. A lot of the things that are currently on sale are going to change. Also, Chris is making the catalog smaller because he says there's a lot of things in the catalog that people never sell, or they sell once in a blue moon. So he's going to make it so that there's not so many things, but things that we definitely all sell. G-spot, okay? We all know, or we should, that your G-spot is located 1 to 3 inches inside of your vaginal wall, facing towards your belly button, and it's a more of an area rather than a spot, right? Whereas your clitoris is like a spot, right? We love it, we know it, we go for it. It also can make women feel as if they have to urinate. So I always tell people, so have you ever been having sex and all of a sudden you felt like you had to pee? So you hop off, you try to pee, and nothing happens. Why? You actually can't pee while something's inserted inside of you, ladies. So what that means is that if you keep going, fight past it, and you will have the most amazing orgasm, which is called a G-spot orgasm. Okay? It's important to talk about the different orgasms because you will have women who sit in front of you and say, G-spot? That wasn't covered in nursing school. So it's our job to tell them about it. Okay? Dual action are the most popular. It offers clitoral stimulation along with vaginal and G-spot, like the Do Not Disturb, okay? Which is part of the selfie collection. It has a variety of speeds and functions that rotate, thrust, and vibrate. You're going to have a lot of people who come in and go, I just want a rabbit. Which is a toy with a little rabbit ears. Okay. So, what kind? Well, I really like the Spotlight collection, but I'm just going to go ahead and go with something else.
Blind date.
No, not the blind date. The one that's made of silicone that, I don't sell it, obviously. Jackrabbit. I'm just going to go Jackrabbit. Now, what's the problem with that, as Brown said? You really, really, really want Encore. But your client is going to go with Jackrabbit.
I really want Encore?
No. Like, the client really wants Encore, but she's going to go with the Jackrabbit instead. Is she going to be happy with it?
No.
Tell me why.
Because it's horrible. The Jackrabbit, I don't know. I've held it, but I've never, actually...
The thing about Jackrabbit, too, is that it doesn't have the girth that Encore has. It doesn't have the rotating beads. Yeah. It's not going to hit your G-spot.
But the Spotlight collection, they went for gold with those.
Mm-hmm. It's not USB charged. It's a battery operated toy. They're night and day is my point. Okay? Yeah. So sometimes people are going to go, I'm really scared of that price point. Let me go to something else that's completely different. Right? And I'll be like, okay, so tell me what's stopping you from, something like the Spotlight. Oh, the price. Okay. Would it help if I helped you find something else that's similar to it, but it wasn't a Jackrabbit? Because the Jackrabbit is night and day to it, and I promise you're not going to be happy with the orgasm. You're like, but I really just want a rabbit. I'm going to come back for something like the Main Attraction and Encore, which is going to end up fulfilling my need for that kind of toy, but right now I just need a Jackrabbit. I had a client do this to me.
I did too, not too long. She wanted the Encore, and I told her her total. She's like, no. I was actually looking at the Jackrabbit. I'll just take that. I'm like, I have never. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never sold one.
That's the toy that people get.
I'll help you
when
find
they
something
want
else, and
you're gonna be spending more in the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna turn around. You're gonna get it. Turn around. and come to a party and buy it anyway. And you're going to say, Jennifer, I told you, like, you told me. And be like, I know that. She told me. I know this. But I'm still going to go for that. Okay. Here you go. I'll send it to you. Like, there are some times where you can't help it. So, C-rings are about construction and control, ladies. Okay? It's a couple's toy. Sometimes they can also be used as a single person's toy as well, like the Tease Me Please Me. You can use the bullet, you can use it as a single person's toy. You can also use it as a foreplay toy. Something like Let's Get It On, right? You can take the handle and use it as a me toy as well as a we toy. And it turns your partner into a human vibrator. So if you are one of those people who's never used the toy before, and your partner's kind of having a hard time accepting one into the relationship, if you tell him it's because of the fact that you want to turn him into a vibrating toy so that it's better for both of you, he's going to say, yeah, okay. I'm totally okay with being your human vibrator. Thank you. And that's usually what ends up happening with with the couples that I know of. You're looking at me as sponsor.
No, because that's what I ran into a few weeks back. With Jared's new best friend.
No, we talked about that on the way home. Go on.
Jared's new best friend, he was like, I'm not going to let my wife buy a Harley. Obviously, you've been on my website. Obviously, you know the Harley.
Names like that.
Huh?
Just said he knows the names and everything.
Exactly. And he was like, no, I worked for years to get her just the way that I want her. I was like, okay, exactly. You don't come tell me that. I was like, oh, so you worked all those years. Well, you know what? How do you know that you're what she wants? And he was like, oh, she ain't gonna get a toy. She ain't gonna get a toy. All right, whatever. Here's my little goodie bag. Eat the candy and give the card to your wife. She called me and she was like, he doesn't want me to get a toy. I was like, well, how about we make him into a toy? Mm-hmm. And she was like, they go to work tonight, can you come over? I was like, yes, I can. And I went over, I went through the whole catalog with her, and she was like, oh, I like, nope, ooh, nope, ooh, nope. I was like, those are crap. She was like, I had to fill up, and she was looking at different, just like the low-end stuff, and I was like, no, those are crap. I'm going to tell you right here, right now. If you want to buy that, buy it off the website. I said, but this, right now, I have the jelly tool belt, because I still had a couple of those. And I was like, this is for you and him, and then it could be just for you. And she was like, but how do I tell him? I was like, just tell him, you know, nothing's changing except for now he's going to be pleased just as much as you are. And
he's going to last a little longer, and he's now your vibrating toy.
Yeah, now he told Jared, is there a way to, you know, how to break it?
To break his penis?
No.
Or break the toy?
Break the toy because she now wants sex all the time. And he needs to sleep.
Sorry, we saved your marriage.
Yeah.
So things like that are honestly things that you're
sorry,
gonna
but are you not having the best sex of your life right now?
Oh, he probably is, but he's doing a shitty job at work now.
Oh, he can't sleep. Okay, so another thing you want to make sure that you're talking about is the fact that you need width with a C-ring. Okay, unless you really don't like it. All right, because what ends up happening is you try to put that up and over, and you're using the correct lubricant, right? Because
Can
say
be
that
just
he
like
doesn't.
you though.
What?
If you're not, you know, wet.
Exactly.
He's gonna have dolphin sex with the
Payback.
With a toy, exactly. So what ends up happening is if he didn't manscape correctly, right, it's gonna get cut. It's gonna get caught on that one random hair, and exactly, he's never gonna let you use that toy again. Okay, you're gonna waste all that money. So make sure you get the wet. Now, there's sometimes that people are gonna say, "Can I just use the use just like me? Because it works for me. Why doesn't it use for the toy?" Chris Chicanelli actually used it in the best way possible. Okay. Imagine, ladies, that you took a running start, right, on wood floors, and you skidded the last 2 feet on your knees. And you're wearing shorts. How much would that hurt?
I've done that.
That is the same thing as using a C-ring with the wrong lubricant or with no lubricant, okay? Only in the very, very sensitive area of your manhood. Love your penis. Love your man's penis. Please make sure you use wet. You'll sell
That's
whipped
kinda
with it every single
So
time.
another way to put it is just, run across the wood floor in your socks. That's lube. Run barefooted and slide. That's without.
Exactly.
Oh.
You'll sell whipped at every single party now with a toy. Not that you didn't already, but there's always that one girl that's like,
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Or
What if the couple has a C-ring, but the girl is allergic to the whip?
so, what happens there is it can work well with Simply Silk. Another thing that I found too is that if you are on the sensitive side, do not sleep in whipped. Shower before you go to sleep.
Well, it's recommended not to, even if you're not sensitive, not to
Yes.
sleep in whip.
Do not sleep. Do not have sex with whipped and sleep in whipped, if that makes sense. You're supposed to shower because it can mess with your pH balance because it's not pH balanced. And that's what I tell my clients.
It's a playful lubricant. It's not.
Let's lather it all
exactly.
on.
It's not meant to put it on and then have sex with. It's a playful lubricant.
It's a edible lubricant. It's a edible massage toy, and it's for toys as well for him. So Patty Brisbane actually says, make sure that you use a whipped creamy lubricant unless you're mad at him.
So when he doesn't think
That's
that
the
you
first time
need,
that I heard it with Patty.
when he
This is
doesn't
from
think
Patty.
that you need a lube, and he's like, "Oh, what do you need one for?" Go ahead, put a C-ring on him and say, "What do you need that for?"
Good one.
That's totally
good
change
one.
his mind.
Yeah. Which is why we have meetings.
Payback.
Meeting the minds, yeah. So, this is from Patty Brisbane from World Conference from 2014. This is why we go to World Conference. This is why we go to National Conference. Because I still pull out my notes and we still learn from things.
I still have my notes from Cincinnati the first time I went. I want to get rid of them, and then it's just like, yeah, I'll get rid of them to the next shelf down.
Never, ever, ever
I
get rid
can't.
of it.
And I noticed a lot of my notes are like almost the same, but it was like in January they told me this, and I implemented it, and then by May I wasn't doing it again, and then my notes were taken in June, and it's like almost the same thing as this. But
we
yeah,
have to be reminded
you have to be
sometimes of
refreshed.
things. Which is why we're going over this, because people are still like, oh, I learned something here, right? Yeah, because you were like, sometimes like, well, you talk about the same thing sometimes. Sometimes we have to be reminded.
Yeah.
So another key demo point is the pleasure sleeves. Okay, so things like Joyride, who's my favorite toy to demo and sell. Reason why is because I sold 6 of them 2 weeks ago and 3 of them the following week. Like, they are amazing because they're 3-in-1 toy. Okay, it's a clitoral toy. It is also a vibrating sleeve for him. Turn it inside out, and now it is also a toy for you and toy for him because you can climb aboard and now have all those amazing nubbies on the inside of your vagina.
That's the blue one.
That's
Yes.
the blue one.
It's
Or black.
gray.
Oh, right.
No,
Or gray.
Joyride.
Yeah.
No, it comes
My
in.
Ronda
It comes in